Happy holidays, my fellow YouTubians. Christmas time, for me, means, of course, a lot of gift giving and gift receiving. But gift receiving really doesn't end for me on the 26th of December. It goes all year round. Maybe not every single day, but certainly at least every couple of months there's a really incredible looking package that I just can't wait to open. And here are 10 such packages that I'm very excited about and can't wait to unwrap once they get here. Number 10, the Wolfman. This is starring Benicio del Toro in the lead, and it's directed by Joe Johnston, whom you may not be familiar with, but he's done a lot of cool stuff over the years. Mostly escapism. He did Jumanji and The Rocketeer and Jurassic Park 3. Not terribly like award-winning movies, but well-made and fun. So, he's my boy. The Lovely Bones. And that's directed by Peter Jackson, of course. It's the first time that he's done pretty much a straight drama since Heavenly Creatures, which is like 15 years earlier. Since then, it's been nothing but fantasy films. But this, of course, is based on a novel about a 13-year-old girl who is killed, and then sort of her spirit watches over her family as they grieve and have a funeral and stuff like that. So, interesting change of pace for him. This is by Paul Greengrass, probably enough. Green Zone. This is set in Iraq, I believe, and stars Matt Damon. It's Middle Eastern conflict type of adventure thriller. And Paul Greengrass, of course, did 2 Jason Bourne movies along with United 93. So that's exciting. Public Enemies, also known as Heat, set during the Depression. This is actually directed by Michael Mann, who did Heat, and instead of De Niro being chased around by Al Pacino, we've got Johnny Depp being chased around by Christian Bale. Johnny Depp is playing John Dillinger, and it was shot here in Chicago. So, looking forward to seeing all those great Chicago locations in that movie. With Tommy guns and, you know, the old cars and suits and hats and everything like that. That'll be cool. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus is directed by Terry Gilliam, who did 12 Monkeys, one of my favorite movies, and Brazil, and Fear, Loathing in Las Vegas. Of course, a lot of you probably are aware of the fact that Heath Ledger made this movie after The Dark Knight, but he couldn't complete it. He died before the shooting was completed. So, as this is a very fantasy-oriented movie, Terry Gilliam was able to rewrite the script in a way that allowed other actors to play Heath's character after he undergoes a transformation or journeys into alternate worlds and such. And so we have Johnny Depp and Colin Farrell and Jude Law sort of picking up where Heath Ledger left off. So that'll be very interesting to see. And you know, anything by Terry Gilliam is bound to be fun. This is a remake, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. It's an old Walter Matthau sort of comedy thriller about a bunch of guys who take hostages on a train in New York City and demand money. And Walter Matthau's the cop that has to, you know, negotiate their surrender or whatever. Tony Scott is directing the remake, and he's re-teaming with Denzel Washington for the 4th time, I think. They did Crimson Tide, Man on Fire, and Deja Vu together. He's also re-teaming with James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano, who has appeared also in Crimson Tide and had a very memorable role in True Romance. And if I'm not mistaken, John Travolta is playing the leader of the bad guys. So that should be fun. Inglourious Bastards, of course. Quentin Tarantino's got another movie coming out next year, and this is a big World War II movie. Brad Pitt, as you know, has a funny little mustache, and he's growing that for the movie. And this is about, you know, war, Nazis, Americans, British soldiers. Mike Myers is in it. He plays a British guy, you know, doing the accent thing. So, you know, Tarantino, good bet, right? Shutter Island. This is Scorsese. Scorsese is actually working with Harvey Keitel for, I think, like the first time since Mean Streets. He's playing a supporting role. The leads are Leonardo DiCaprio and Michelle Williams, I believe. And it's set, I think, in the 40s. And it's some kind of mystery noir type thing. So, Scorsese, thumbs up on that. That'll be cool. Not since Stanley Kubrick has any filmmaker waited so long between projects, except of course for Terrence Malick, and that would of course be James Cameron, the director of Titanic and the Terminator movies. He is making Avatar, which is, or I guess it's pronounced Avatar, and that's a science fiction movie set in other worlds, and is going to utilize all kinds of cool, digital 3D technology, all kinds of newfangled stuff. You know how Mr. Cameron loves his big toys. And finally, of course, the package that I'm most looking forward to opening, which is coming out fairly soon actually, Watchmen, based on the graphic novel. And Zack Snyder directed 300, and the Dawn of the Dead remake is doing this one. And I'm very excited about this, particularly from what I've read. One of my favorite passages in the book, which I've read, is being scored to one of my favorite pieces of music, which is from a film called Koyaanisqatsi. And the music is actually in the new trailer. It's the first piece of music in the new trailer, that organ music. It's really cool. And for that scene set on Mars. So that is exciting, and I'm very excited about all that stuff. That's what 2009 holds for me.